The Chase Sapphire Reserve can be considered a beast when it comes to the credit card world. When I think about top tier credit cards, there are three main credit cards that comes to my head: the Capital One Venture X, the American Express Platinum, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Most likely you've heard of the cheaper version of this credit card called the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I like to think about the Chase Sapphire Reserve as a pretty similar credit card but on steroids. And why? It's because this credit card is very powerful. However, like everything that is top tier and luxurious, it comes with a price. This credit card, it's not cheap at all, because it has an effective annual fee of $550 a year. So you gotta be very cautious if you're trying to get this credit card, because the whole point of getting credit cards is trying to maximize your value and take advantage of free travel, cashback, not losing money. And when I was getting started, I was thinking of credit cards as how easy it is for a specific credit card to reduce the effective annual fee. The Chase Sapphire Reserve gives you one alternative to reduce your effective annual fee to $250 a year, since they give you $300 in annual travel credit that can be used in different options that can be considered traveling, such as plane tickets, hotels, and others. Remember, credit cards are not one size fits all. I cannot come here and tell you that the Chase Sapphire Reserve is for everyone. I always think that every credit card is for a specific group, and you have to be honest with yourself, try to understand your own lifestyle, and see if this credit card fits yours. When we talk about Chase's Travel credit card, you only have two options. You have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is the cheaper version that is worth $95 a year, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which is the more expensive option that is worth $550 a year. Both of these credit cards can be very similar in a lot of things and can be very different in other categories as well. For example, if we talk about the welcome bonus, for both the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Sapphire Reserve are very similar, because both of them gives you 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. And I always think that welcome bonus is one of the reasons why you open a new credit card. And this makes you think, why would I choose a more expensive version for the Chase Sapphire Reserve where I have to pay $550 a year versus the Chase Sapphire Preferred that you only pay $95 a year and you get the exact amount of points. And the whole attractiveness of the Chase Sapphire Reserve doesn't come only with the welcome bonus, but the special feature that it has of the redemption boost. And what do I mean by this? So if we consider every Chase point to be worth as 1 cent, and you get this 50% redemption boost feature, then every point that you earned with Chase, it's gonna be worth 1.5 cents. However, you gotta remember, this redemption feature is only applied when it comes to traveling. If you want to use cashback, the conversion rate is going to be only 1 cent. So first of all, if you're trying to get this credit card, you gotta make sure you're going to travel a lot in order to take advantage of this. And of course, another important reason that you will consider opening a credit card is the point earning categories. Let me briefly go over them. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can earn 5 points on flights when you purchase travel through the Chase portal. You can earn 10 points on hotels when you book hotel stays through the Chase portal. You can earn 3 points on dining at restaurants. You can earn 3 points on other travel expenses and travel purchase outside of the Chase portal. You can earn 10 points on Chase dining purchase through the Chase portal. And like I previously mentioned, you can take advantage of the 50% redemption boost. Another great benefit is that you get a $100 credit for global entry or TSA pre-check, and complimentary airport lounges where you will have access to the Chase lounges and more than 1,300 lounges worldwide using Priority Pass. At first, when I was reading about the benefits of the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the 10 points on Chase dining caught my attention, because personally one of my biggest expenses is dining out. So I thought that this feature was awesome. But you're gonna be careful, because most likely this feature is not going to be offered on every single restaurant in your city. So for me this was a bummer, because earning 10 points on dining was going to be so valuable for me. However, in reality, it is a feature that you barely can take advantage of it. And if you even go online and read other people's comments, a lot of people are frustrated with this feature. I really think that eventually it's going to become better and bigger, but as of now, it's not that great as it sounds. So I wouldn't get this credit card only because of that feature. So it's something to be mindful of. And for the lounges, I have to tell you, I love traveling, and having to go through security without TSA pre-check, then having to wait in front of the gate on the airport sometimes can be very annoying. However, for me, the experience of having TSA pre-check so you can go faster through security then wait for your flight on a lounge. It's an amazing opportunity. It really improves your travel experience because you can wait in a really comfortable area where you are provided with free food, free drinks, and you can just relax and wait for your flight. So if you ask me, I'm someone that really values having these airport lounges, and I know that Chase lounges are awesome, but you gotta be cautious in which cities they have Chase lounges open. Currently, there are only Chase lounges in Boston and Hong Kong, but they have a lot of plans to expand in the US, such as Las Vegas, New York City, Philadelphia, Phoenix, San Diego, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be way more to come in the near future. But the good news is that even if you don't have a Chase lounge in your airport, you can still take advantage of the Priority Pass, and I have to say those lounges are still pretty great. Another feature that the Chase Sapphire Reserve advertises on their website is $1,200 worth of value from different partners that Chase has. And even though this feature sounds amazing, you gotta be mindful that if you're not someone that regularly uses the different partners, then there's actually no true value in this feature. Some of the partners that Chase has are the following. Chase has partnerships with Lyft, with DoorDash, Instacart, and you can see that, for example, for their DoorDash Dash Pass subscription, it's valued at $120 for 12 months. The Lyft Pink membership is valued at $200 a year. So according to Chase, this number add up to $1,200 a year. But personally, I'm not a big user of Lyft. I haven't purchased anything through Peloton. So for me, I wouldn't be able to take full advantage of this partnership. Even though it's true, you have to be mindful that you need to use them all to make sure that you actually get the full value of it. And remember, if you don't use them at all, but then this feature forces you to start spending money on the different partners, then you're going to fall into a trap. Instead of saving money, you're going to be losing more money. So it's something to be mindful of. For me, a very underrated but great feature of multiple travelers credit cards are the different travel protections, where basically you can get different free insurances that can really save you money if an emergency comes up, such as trip cancellation and delay insurance, travel accident insurance, in which if any unfortunate event happens, for example, your flight got canceled and you're forced to stay overnight in a different city, Chase can reimburse you some money. For example, for the trip delay insurance, it's $500 per ticket. In expenses such as meals, lodging. So even though these things doesn't happen often, it is very important not to underestimate them because events like this can happen to you, and it is way better to be safe than sorry. Another very important feature that is offered actually in every Chase credit card, it's the ability to transfer your points from one credit card to the other. Personally, I recommend that if you want to really get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, that you also get the Chase Freedom Flex and the Chase Freedom Unlimited, so you can build your own Chase trifecta with the top tier credit card, and every point that you make on either the Chase Freedom Flex or the Freedom Unlimited, you can transfer those points to the Chase Sapphire Reserve and take advantage of the 50% redemption boost. And you gotta understand, this 50%, it's actually a lot, because let's say you have $1,000 worth of points, with the redemption boost, they're gonna be worth $1,500. So it's a big jump, and this is why it's important that if you're gonna get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you try to earn as much points as you can. And this is why you should get the other Chase credit cards as well. And also, they don't have an effective annual fee, in which we all like. But in all honesty, the best way that you can take advantage of your points with Chase is when you use travel partners. Because even though you get the 50% redemption boost with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, when you use travel partners to book hotels or flight with different airlines, sometimes instead of 50%, you can get up to 300%, 400%, sometimes even 600% if you get really great deals. So my recommendation for people that have both the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Sapphire Reserve is that learn how to use the travel partners and maximize the value of your points even more. So, what is my conclusion? I think the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a great credit card. It has a lot of great features, and for me, Chase almost never lets you down when it comes to rewards and benefits. However, we have to agree that it is a very expensive credit card, and reducing the effective annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is not easy. I can say it can be one of the hardest top-tier credit cards to reduce the effective annual fee. For me, I try to get credit cards in which I know I can reduce the effective annual fee at least close to zero. So this is something to be mindful of. Also, I know that the most attractive benefit of the Chase Sapphire Reserve compared to the cheaper version of the Chase Sapphire Preferred is the 50% redemption boost. But, like I previously mentioned, both of the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Reserve have the same travel partners. So technically, even with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you have a chance to get a boost of 300-400% if you use the travel partners. So when I think about this, I'd rather have the Chase Sapphire Preferred in my wallet, which I currently have, and get other top tier credit cards. In my case, I use the Capital One Venture X for the lounge access, priority pass, TSA pre-check and global entry, and many other benefits. But like I mentioned on every single video that I make, every case is different, every lifestyle is different, and actually this credit card can be very great for you depending on how you spend your money. So again, please be mindful of this, understand your own expenses, and make sure that the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a great option for you. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up, and please drop in the comments any questions that you might have. I really hope to see you soon.